Good evening and welcome to this February 2025 meeting of the Seminole County Board of Adjustment. And I'm going to change my mind, Ms. Hamill, something we discussed earlier. For those in the audience who are here for matters 2 and 3, namely 1675 Astor Farms Place and 315 North Orange Avenue, those two matters have been continued. So if you showed up wanting to speak on the matter, come back next month. Having said that, for those of you in the audience who have not attended one of these meetings before, please allow me to share with you our normal procedures. Staff will introduce each item. If you'd like to speak on a matter, either for it or against it, before you do, you'll need to fill out a form that's out in the lobby there, indicating everything that's on the form, whether you're for or against the item, and then please give that form to the clerk who's over here at my left. After staff introduces the item, the applicant will be heard first. Those who support the application will be heard next, and those who are opposed will speak after that. Following that, if necessary, the applicant will have a chance for rebuttal. Comments should be restricted to just what's pertinent and before this board. We don't get into homeowners association disputes or personal disputes or anything like that. Those are all irrelevant to this meeting. If you're an individual, you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Organizations will have 6 minutes for their comments. And as your matter is being introduced by staff, that's probably the right time to start moving towards the podium. When you do speak, please identify yourself by name and address before you begin. And please, if you're in the audience, give each speaker courteous and respectful attention. The board may ask questions of staff or of the applicants. Just be aware. And any information you might bring that's in addition to what's in the packet, like photos you might have brought or items are on your phone, will be kept as part of the record. If all you have is a digital copy, we ask that at some time after the meeting you share with staff a copy of whatever that item is. After we've gone through the entire process, I will ask for a motion from the board. Once a motion has been made and seconded, there might be discussion. Following board discussion, a vote will be taken. During voting, board members who do not cast objecting votes will be considered to have voted in favor of the matter. Thereafter, any person aggrieved by a decision of this board has 15 days to appeal that decision to the Board of County Commissioners, and after the meeting, staff can help you with that process if you need assistance. So having said that, number 1, please.
Good evening, Kathy Hamill, Development Services. I am presenting item number 1, which is 1003 Sheffield Court. This is in the Howell Estates replat. This is a request to construct a 504 square foot building, which is going to be 14 by 36 feet and encroaches 9.5 feet into the rear yard setback. It requires a 30-foot setback because the accessory structure is over 200 feet, so it must meet the same setbacks as the existing single-family home. The applicant has received letters of approval from the neighbors to the west and the north, which are the most impacted neighbors. And this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Gentlemen, any questions for staff? Seeing none, is the applicant here?
I'm here.
Yes, sir. Anything you'd like to share?
I just had 2 old classic Volkswagen I restored.
Well, here's the thing. If you'd come to the podium, please, and share with us your name and address, and then just share whatever you'd like to share.
My name is Greg Butcher. I live at 1003 Sheffield Court. I've lived there 25 years. I bought the house from my father, who has owned it since '76 when it was new. We've updated the house and the backyard, and I've got 2 old Volkswagens that are very, very nice, that I'd like to put them on the side of the yard in a safe place so I can get my girlfriend's car back in the garage and my other car. And if you see the lot, it's kind of wasted since I put a pool in. It's kind of dead on the left side. Now, I know my variance is 7.5 feet on the left, which I stayed away from, and I know 10 feet on the back. But I know I can put a 200 square foot building 10 feet off the rear property line. So if I did a 14 by 14 building, it would bring me 24.5 feet off the back property line, where my house is 24 feet off the property line. So I'm really asking for that 5.5 foot variance between 24.5 and 30. So I can make one solid building instead of making 2 separate ones. Just makes more sense to me. And that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Gentlemen, any questions for the applicant? Is the proposed vehicle storage building, I'll call it for that, is it going to, how tall will it be compared to the house?
Well, my house, the tip of the roof is probably 16 feet, the building's only 12 foot.
Gotcha. And then this just raises a curiosity in my mind, Ms. Hamel, if we've got a building being used for vehicle storage, which means vehicles will have to drive around to it, do we have any issues with considering how, I guess that would be considered another driveway? Is that something the applicant will have to come to grips with?
He doesn't need to have an improved, like a concrete driveway, but he does need to have enough room that he doesn't encroach on his neighbor's property.
I'm 7.5 feet off of the side already.
Cool, so long as he's just driving over dirt there, he doesn't have to do anything?
Correct.
Great, good stuff, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Including if you're wanting to say, I'm glad to have my car back. And anyone, seeing none, anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Gentlemen, your pleasure.
So moved to accept.
We have a motion to approve by Judge Bravo.
Second.
We have a second by Vice Chair Mr. Wright. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, enjoy, sir and ma'am. Number 2 is continued, so we're moving on to number 3.
I believe that item number 3 is continued as well.
We're moving on to number 4. Yes, ma'am, thank you. You're absolutely right.
Okay, for the record, Angie Gates. Item number 4 is a request for a rear yard setback variance from 30 feet to 19.5 feet for a storage room addition to a detached garage in the R1AA Single Family Dwelling District located in the San Leandro Springs subdivision at 1531 Boyer Street. The existing detached garage was permitted in 2002. The enclosed 16-foot by 20-foot storage room was added to the detached garage sometime after without a building permit, resulting in a building code violation. Building code violation is CV 24-297. A letter of support was received from the neighbor that is directly affected by the 10.5-foot encroachment into the required rear yard setback. And there have not been any prior variances for the subject property. And this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Gentlemen, any questions for staff? Seeing none, I presume you're the applicant, sir?
Yes, sir.
If, just for the record, if you'd share with us, excuse me, share with us your name and address.
Yes,
and
sir.
then-
I'm Robert Scott. I live at 1531 Boyer Street. I've lived there for several years. I actually had the house up for lease option to buy, and in the process, the gentleman was a builder, and that's who built the building on the back of the enclosed garage that I did build. Since then, that building's been there approximately 10 years. I repossessed the property almost 8 years ago, and in the process of this, my son went through a divorce, so it's very unseen by the neighbors or anybody, but the gentleman behind me, which they show right behind me with the gazebo there, and the one to the right of me, which is one in the bottom corner, they have both agreed that they have no problem with it. It's in a deadlock area behind the building, so nobody even sees it, but the main reason I wanted to keep, it was already there after I repossessed the property, but it's the same issue. It's just dry storage. It doesn't even have a concrete floor in it. It's a dirt floor building, and it's basically there to keep stuff out of the driveway. We've had a lot of theft in the area, a lot of break-ins, a lot of car vandalisms, so I've been keeping jet skis and stuff that I don't need in the main garage back there, out of sight, out of mind, under lock and key. So it's just strictly for dry storage, but it's in a dead area. Like I say, it wasn't something, it's my fault. I didn't pursue to see the permitting prior to repossession, that I didn't even know until just recently with Mr. Rutger, I think it was his name.
Yeah.
He got a report from a divorce that my son's going through, that they have called everybody, including their brother, on I'm running illegal business, I'm running illegal work out of my house. It's been a crazy road trip here. And then Mr. Rucker come out, and we went through everything else and found nothing founded other than this. And like I say, it's already been, I've owned it 8 years since I've been back in it. So I just want to get it either approved by y'all or whatever I have to do so I can get it legal, so this matter's behind me.
Gotcha. Gentlemen, any questions?
And the structures are already in place?
I'm sorry?
The structures are already in place,
Yes, sir.
and they've been there 8 years.
Yes, sir.
Well, it sounds like longer than that.
Longer, it's been there 10 years, because he was there 2 years, and then I repossessed it from him.
So it's sitting there for 10 years before the county...
Anybody even
noticed
knew
it.
anything about it. I mean, it's like I say, the neighbor behind me blocks it, and he's got a motor home, which it doesn't show. Yeah, it does. Shows in the picture right there, it sits right there in his driveway, and he blocks it. And then there's a shed and everything in this lower right-hand corner, or lower left-hand corner you can't see, but you can see, this is the building here. It's on the back. It's basically just storage. That's all, that dry storage.
I believe the code violation pictures are in your agenda packet.
I did see that, yes, ma'am, thank you.
I mean, you could see that it's dry storage.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone here to speak in support of this matter? Anyone, seeing none, anyone here to speak in opposition? Easy enough?
Chair,
Yes, sir,
I follow-up question on staff.
please.
Outside of the request for the variance tonight, I'm assuming we still have to go through, he has to have, there's a code violation. Does it still have to go through building permit to make sure it's structurally?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we were waiting to do that till after we got the variance, because
I apologize, I don't mean to be rude, but it was a question for staff.
I apologize.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes.
My question was answered, thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right, is there a motion then?
Motion to approve, sir.
A motion to approve, Mr. Wright, seconded by Judge Bravo. Any need to discuss? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, sir. Good luck with the rest of what you have to do.
Thank you.
Number 5,
Item number 5 is a request for a rear yard setback variance from 20 feet to 5 feet for a ground-mounted solar panel system in the PD Plan Development District located in the Francisco Park subdivision at 831 Blue Tide Lane. The proposed ground-mounted solar panel system will be 706.25 square feet and will encroach 15 feet into the required rear yard setback. The system will not exceed 15 feet and at a maximum tilt. And a letter of approval from the Francisco Park Homeowners Association was submitted with the variance application, along with one letter of support from the neighbor located at 831 Blue Tide Lane. There have not been any prior variances for the subject property, and this concludes my presentation.
thank you, ma'am. Gentlemen, any questions for staff? Seeing none? Hi there.
Hello.
Please
Yes,
share
Carlos.
share with us your name and address, please.
Yeah, sure. Carlos Sierra, 831 Blue Tie Lane.
Yes, sir. What do you have to share?
Okay, so we got this new place, new home, so we're moving back to Florida. We spent 10 years in Washington State, so we're back home.
Welcome to the warmth.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We lived here for 20 years before. And we used to have a nice pool, and we used to have a water heater. Water heater for the pool, which is those panels that basically receive, the heat from the sun, and it helps you with power, so you don't need to spend that much money on power. And we want to do the same here. We want to basically recreate what we had before, which is like several panels sitting back on the far end of the patio, so we don't disturb anyone. We only have one neighbor, and he said, yeah, of course, it doesn't matter. I won't even be able to see them because they're not that tall, they are this tall. And we're basically fencing them all around, so there is no way to see them, not even from our pool. So now we have 2 grandchildren, and we want the grandchildren to be able to play outside without having any issues about getting them into the panels, or basically avoiding any harm to them. So the patio has enough space. If we push the panels all the way to the back and we're facing them south, we basically maximize the energy intake from the sun, and at the same time we still get some space for the children to play. So that's what we want.
He played the grandchild card. Thank you, sir. Gentlemen, any question for the applicant?
Mr. Chair,
Sir?
I saw we on the site map there that we have approval for the neighbor that was adjacent to you, but the one in the rear that I'm looking at one of the pictures, how tall is the backside of the solar panel, the ground-mounted one?
5 feet?
So it's below the fence height?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the fence is 6, so the highest point of the solar panels is 5.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Judge, any questions?
No, I'm just,
Thank you, sir.
this is the solar panel that he wants, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 'cause
Thank you, sir. Anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none, anyone to speak in opposition? Seeing none, your pleasure.
Motion to approve, sir.
Motion to approve from Mr. Wright, seconded by Judge Bravo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, enjoy, sir.
Thank you.
Number 6.
Item number 6 is a request for, 1, a side yard east setback variance from 10 feet to 2 feet for a detached carport, and 2, an accessory building size variance from 838 square feet to 1,500 square feet in the A1 Agricultural District, located at 2484 Fawn Run. The proposed detached carport will be 1,500 square feet and will encroach 8 feet into the required side yard east setback. The new carport will be replacing a pole barn that was in disrepair and removed. The 780 square foot concrete slab that remains from the pole barn will be utilized for the new carport. The remaining 720 square feet of covered parking will not be paved. The living area of the principal structure is 1,676 square feet. The maximum allowable square feet would be 838 square feet. So the new accessory structure will be 1,500 square feet, exceeding the maximum allowable size by 662 square feet. They have not had any prior variances for the subject property, and this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Gentlemen, any questions for staff? Seeing none.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
I apologize. I think it's on page 119. There's a photograph, it says front, shows kind of like the structure.
Yes.
And I'm sorry. can we-
That, what's in the agenda doesn't go up
Oh,
here.
perfect, thank you, I'm sorry. So,
We can take it out and put it up there, though, if you,
no,
if
it's
you'd
fine,
like.
it's fine. I just wanted, because I wanted to be clear, because it looks like it's showing a full concrete pad, you know.
This is just an example that he
Example,
was submitting,
so-
that's why
So-
he put the arrows that says this is gonna be grass on this side and this side, is that correct?
That's the
Okay.
unimproved surface.
Correct,
that
it's
you
gonna be
indicated.
covered but not paved, just
Okay.
utilizing what was paved from the previous pole barn.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted clarity on
Yep,
that.
no
Thank you.
problem.
That was all I needed.
All right, sir. Mr. Reed, I presume?
Yes.
If you please just share with us your name and address for the record.
Buck Reed, 2484 Fawn Run.
Yes, sir. What would you like to share?
I'm just here for any questions. I mean, everything's already there, so.
Gentlemen, any questions for Mr. Reed? One quick question, and this is just my ignorance. Is the existing pad that you're going to build over, if we look at that aerial behind you there, is it what you can see it kind of the northeast there from the house? Is that the pad, or are you further back in the woods?
Yes, this is the old pole barn roof.
Gotcha.
It's no longer there.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir. All right. Seeing then, anyone in the audience to speak in support? Anyone, seeing none, anyone to speak in opposition? Seeing none, your pleasure, gentlemen.
move to approve.
Motion approved from the judge, second by Mr. Wright. Those in favor?
All right.
Opposed? All right, enjoy your barn, sir.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Number 7.
Thank you. Mary Robinson, Development Services. This is a variance
And welcome, Ms.
request.
Robinson, by the way.
Pardon me?
And welcome.
Thank you. This is 416 Village View Lane. It's a request for a side yard west setback from 10 feet to 7 feet for an addition in the Plan Development District. This property is located in the Whisperwood subdivision, the Sable Palm Plan Development. The variance is a request from the development standards of the Plan Development District. The addition proposed is 96.6 feet, approximately 7 feet by 13.8. It's for the development of a walk-in closet. It'll encroach 3 feet into the required setback of 10 feet. And it will be developed on the west side of the property, and there have not been any prior variances for this property. And that concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Gentlemen, any questions for staff? Seeing none? Hi there. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Clary, and I'm at 416 Village View Lane.
All right, anything you'd like to share?
No, I don't know that I submitted this, but our ARC Homeowners Association approved this as well, and our neighbors are fine with it. The HOA president actually lives on the west side of our house, so he's fine with it, but
Do you have a copy of that letter you can share?
absolutely.
Do you want to?
You'd hand it to the lady to your right there.
Thank you so much. You can have it. It is my only one that you can have. It's fine.
And anything else you'd like to share?
No, I would really appreciate if we could please get this approved, because we have no other storage in our house, and we've been there for 13 years. We love our home, and we don't want to move, and we could really use this space, please.
So all this for a closet,
It is.
to get new dresses? Can't throw anything away?
Judge, we are on TV.
Absolutely not.
Mr. Wright, do you have any questions? That won't get us in trouble?
No, I was just, and I apologize, you had indicated that you had some approvals. Are they just verbal only? You didn't get anything written from them?
I just handed a written approval to the clerk.
Okay, so this is from the ARC.
Yeah.
You mean
Your
from
neighbors, the neighbors and
He's
stuff.
the excuse me, he's the HOA president, and he helped me submit that.
I think what Mr. Wright's asking is, and you correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't have a letter from him.
No, but from your actual side neighbors.
Oh, yeah. The only person, so there's nobody behind us. I don't know if you're familiar with the neighborhood. There's a brick wall behind us and a road. And, well.
Sorry, which one would you like? Sure.
So this is the homeowners association president. That's his garage on that side, and they've got a lot more land on their side. So, and there's actually already a concrete little area kind of where we want to put the closet. So it's just a very small variance.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
My question's answered.
Thank you, ma'am. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you.
All right. Anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none, anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Gentlemen,
Move to approve.
motion approved from Mr. Wright, second by the judge. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, enjoy your closet.
Thank you.
Last one.
For the record, Mary Robinson, Development Services. This is a variance. The location is 618 Lakeshore Drive. It's a request for a front yard setback from 25 feet to 10 feet for an addition in the R1AA zoning classification. This property is located in the Oakland Shores subdivision. The proposed addition is 299 square feet, approximately 13 by 23. It's for a porte cochere that will encroach 15 feet into the required front yard setback. And there was one prior variance approved for a bedroom and a bathroom addition from 10 feet to 6 feet. And that concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Gentlemen, any questions for staff? All right. We have someone standing. Would you please introduce yourself for the record, sir?
My name is Joseph Sutera. I'm the owner of 618 Lakeshore Drive. I was here last year. You guys gave me a permit to expand my bedroom. I had surgery twice last year on my head, and one of the times my wife brought me home and it was fine. She parked in front of the house. I got out of the car, no problem with my walker. The second time I had surgery, it was raining, so I couldn't get out of the car for hours. So we decided that if we had a carport, and you can see the entry door is here. Oh, here.
Is that
This one, you see the shadow is actually, we're gonna go on the island. It's not gonna, from the outside, you can hardly see it because there are some palm trees there that cover. And I'm asking you if you allow me to do that.
Gotcha. Gentlemen, any questions for Mr. Sutera? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none, anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Your pleasure, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved, Mr. Wright, seconded by the judge. Those in favor?
All right.
Opposed? All right, enjoy, sir.
Thank you.
And we have a few more things to do, but that's the bottom of the agenda. If y'all are welcome to leave, or you're welcome to stay, whatever you would like. Minutes, the chair will entertain a motion in reference to the minutes.
Motion to approve.
A motion to approve the minutes, seconded by the judge. Those in favor?
All right.
Opposed? All right, those are approved. And I believe our friends from the county attorney's office have something fun and exciting for us.
Yes, I do.
Are we,
Don't worry, I trimmed it up.
Do y'all need a quick water break?
No, just, are we doing ethics again tonight?
We are. We're,
Is there any disadvantage to not having only half of us here, or less than half of us? I know
mean,
we already put this off, but
it'd be preferable to have more here, but I mean, we can move forward.
I'm happy to do it now, I'm happy to do
now?
it next month, whatever
Okay.
your preference.
I'm not, Kathy and I were joking, we're not sure, the ethics meeting is not the most popular meeting, so,
25 years, I've heard it plenty of times, so I'm wondering about the new people this year. Make them, why do I have to feel their pain?
yeah, that's true.
Well, we got member of the bar, member of the bar, member of the bar. You've heard it a million times, so
Right.
maybe next month might be.
I'm not trying to push it off, I'm just,
We can push it if in the discretion of this board, it'd be more advantageous to do it then. I also realize that our newest member is absent, and he would probably benefit the most from this presentation.
that's why I don't mind doing it tonight, I just don't want to do it again because he wasn't here, that's all.
Oh, no, that wouldn't be the case. That wouldn't be the case.
Would it be inconvenient to you or annoying if we did it next month?
No,
Okay.
yeah, we could do it next month.
Because I have respect for your time, and I'm
Yeah,
sure you prepared,
yeah.
and
Yeah, no, I've prepared, but if in the discretion of this board, if you all think it'd be more advantageous to do it next month, then we can schedule for next month. But if we were to do it tonight, I wouldn't have to repeat it for the folks who are not here tonight. It's just to answer your question, Mr. Wright.
you guys in agreement? Let's do it next month?
I go either way, I mean,
Yeah,
again, I recognize we've already pushed this off once, but, I think there's more advantage to it to have the people that are newer to the board listen to it for the first time.
I agree. So let's do that, please, if you
Okay,
don't object.
yeah.
All right. And with that, we are, without objection, we're adjourned.
So maybe.
All right.